this delivery. David Robertson trying to put this in early across the face of the goal, and Van de Ven positioned himself superbly for Hearts. Another very important piece of defending by Van de Ven. It's Houstra. McPherson forces the ball on. Miller is there. Back with Ian Ferguson. Bannon did well with a challenge. Only player up front is John Robertson for Hearts. And that acceleration there again from David Robertson, enough to halt that move forward by Hearts. Handball against John Robertson. Little discussion there with the referee, David Syme. Gately again getting a touch on, but it was interesting to see Levine continue the challenge and Van de Ven immediately peel off to provide depth behind him in case Gately got the touch on. So carefully thought out defending as usual from Hearts. John Miller lofting it forward. Brown's clearance. The foul by Robertson on McPherson right in front of the referee's eyes. Stevens forward, in goes Levine, breaks for Stephen. Great pass to Gordon, McCoist waits in the middle. There's McCoist! Supreme finishing once again from Ali McCoist. Goal number 32 of the season. His first glimpse of goal. Look at the quality of that pass from Trevor Stephen. Gordon waiting for McCoist to make the run, to get away from Alan McLaren. The diving header left Henry Smith without a chance. A glorious goal from McCoist. Conceived brilliantly from midfield. And once again, it was the timing of his run into the area which made life so difficult for the Hearts defence. So a throw to Rangers. McCoist back to Stevens. A confident play by Stevens. Van de Ven cutting across the bows of Gately. And Craig Levine didn't realise Houstra was in such close attendance. It's a rocky spell this now for Hearts. Rangers may sense the game is now there for the winning in the next few minutes, so they can snatch a second. The Hearts require to dig in now if they're to remain in the game. Good judgment shown there by Van de Ven. Well, he's had a good match so far, marshalling that defence. Gately. Good play, forceful play by Gordon. McCoy sends it forward, there's no offside. There's Dale Gordon with a shot! Excellent play again from Rangers. Inspired by Dale Gordon, who adopted such a positive attitude there in midfield. And that's what gave the chance for McCoy to release him through the middle. That's a very good effort beyond the far post. There's Baird. McKinley, vaulted by Stevens. This is McCoist, there's space on the right for Gordon. McKinley have been caught upfield there in an attacking move for Hearts. Gordon trying to exploit that. This is McCoist. Well, was he guilty of overconfidence? It looked as though he was trying to chip this in. Didn't catch it properly, made it easy in the end for Henry Smith, but he did have lots of space. And that indeed was the last attack of the first half, which has ended satisfactorily from the Rangers' point of view, thanks to that superb goal in 24 minutes scored by Ali McCoist, his 32nd of the season, created by Trevor Stephen initially, then by the cross from Dale Gordon, a diving header, and that's the difference between the two teams at half-time. It's Hearts 0, Rangers 1. A vital 45-minute period coming up, with Hearts requiring to find a way through the Rangers defence at least twice if they're to keep right in the league race. Rangers good value for that one-goal lead at half-time. Hearts certainly battled all the way, especially early on, but from the moment when Rangers conjured up that Superb opening goal from McCoist in 24 minutes. They look to be in command. And a little bit of handball there by McCoist. So he ducties his brand new strip for the second half. Well, it's great enthusiasm there, trying to keep themselves warm. They've given up on keeping dry. Bounce the ball, takes it through to Houstra. Levine intercepts. Robertson and McPherson both miss it. It's through with Gary Stevens now. An awkward one there for McLaren. All he can do is hold it up there for Ferguson, and there is McCoist. Rangers want a corner, they're not going to get one. There was a flag up for offside here. McLaren lost his bearings there. There was Ian Ferguson with a shot. Now McCoist at that point I'm sure was offside. Derek Ferguson. Baird. Berry. Challenge is made by Stephen. And then by Van de Ven, but Stephen is onside. He's in the clear now. A chance to go into the Hearts box. Looking for Haitley. And the cover provided extremely well there by Craig Levine. And some good play here by Trevor Stephen. He tried to look up and spot Haitley. Levine was alive to that. Headed away was by Levine. He thought there was a deflection. He's looking for the throw, but he's not going to get it. Haitley's header. Returned there by McCoist. The early ball inside. McLaren at full stretch. That's great goalkeeping by Henry Smith. McCoist and Gordon hurtling in on him, and he kept his eye on the ball all the time. What a good exchange this is. Haitley to McCoist. Space now for Haitley. Sends it in early. McCoist trying to get away from McLaren. Gordon was there also. It's well taken by Robertson on the run. Derek Ferguson playing it back through for John Robertson, but David Robertson is so quick. Well, that pass from Derek Ferguson would normally have been an outstanding ball, but against the pace of David Robertson, it was made to look a poor ball, which it certainly wasn't. Houstra releasing Haitley. McCoist on the far post. Ferguson wants the ball shot. He was the target. But very good positioning there by Van de Ven. McLaren to Bannon. Show the charge on the line there. Brown and Robertson. The result will be a free kick, I think, to Hearts. Always very hard to tell what's going through the mind of Joe Jordan, the Hearts manager. Here's Haitley. Levine. An easy one for John Brown. Here's Ferguson. McCoist was just offside. Just 2 or 3 yards inside the Hearts half. He was trying to stay on the halfway line. Didn't quite make it. Insisting that the free kick is taken from inside the Hearts half. That's certainly natural enough. There's John Robertson, just out of reach. Oh, how dearly Robertson would love to snatch an equaliser. Clark's header, controlled well by Bannon. A slip there by Ferguson, giving extra time to Bannon. There goes Ian Baird. Good defending again by David Robertson. Made certain that Baird couldn't get across him. Bannon looking for the run made by Baird on the far side, but that really is top-class defending. Kinley sends it in, there's Levine. Swept away by McPherson. All Hearts fans now building up some vocal support. They sense the prospect of an equaliser. Here's the chance this time! Turned in by Beard! The goal, which has been threatened for the last 10 minutes, arrives courtesy of Ian Beard. And the head flick on from Levine played a vital part in that, allowing Beard to go diving in for the finish. Well, he enjoyed that all right. Ian Beard getting his 5th goal of the season and tying the match up at 1 goal apiece. That goal coming 17 minutes into the second half. So what a match we have in our hands now. Hearts will only be thinking about victory now. Here's John Brown though, charging forward for Rangers. The interception made by Van de Ven. The linesman says the ball was out. Hearts fans aren't happy about that, but it's a throw to Rangers. John Brown's ball played in, the chance on there for McCoy. Instead breaks away again, and still no joy in front of goal for Rangers. Well, the driven ball in there caused the problem. There was Hateley knocking it into space. Trevor Stephen in the first chance, then McCoist, and Smith spread himself well. Parsons' header. No threat then for Smith. Gordon giving the ball too much here, I think, making it difficult for Houstra. Houstra wins it back though, holding off Berry. Ian Ferguson. Gary Stevens breaks on the right. Good ball inside, there's McCoist. Always willing to try for goal, McCoy, so nobody's around the box. It's just about the first time in the match Gary Stevens has gone so far forward. It was very effective indeed. The first time cushion volley layoff, McCoy snatched in that first time effort. So in the meantime, Hearts have made a substitution. They've brought on Ian Ferguson. And off goes Eamon Bannon. Trevor Stephen to Ian Ferguson. Here's David Robertson. He's very pacey indeed going through this position. An awkward one. Well taken by Henry Smith. He got his body behind the initial effort from Robertson and then reacted extremely well to McCoist's attempt on the rebound. He look at the way this spilled away from him, but he was there to smother the effort from McCoist. Ian Ferguson tried to find Stevens. Robertson intercepted. Good ball that from Baird. Another example of his very good feet there as Ian Ferguson goes charging forward, taking on John Brown. And the goal kick it is. Well, he's unorthodox, but he's full of enthusiasm. He's got a good touch in the ball frequently, and he's troublesome for defence. He's all right, Ian Ferguson. McKinley in very swiftly on Gordon. Well, there's further activity on the Hearts bench. I think they're going to bring on the second substitute, Glyn Snowden. And it looks as though Van de Ven is struggling to continue. He's limping very heavily at the back. Here he is now, Van de Ven. You'll see how difficult he finds it to manoeuvre himself. McLaren forward. It's cut off easily by Brown. This is Hateley. Houstra outside him, and the Hearts supporters thought the ball was carried out by Houstra. The linesman didn't agree. Van de Ven forward, Robertson clearly offside. And now Van de Ven will leave the field. That thigh injury, too much to cope with. He goes off. The replacement is Glyn Snowden. Pushing it forward with that lower trajectory, playing the ball from the ground. It's a good pass that from Levine. He was caught late by McCoist. Snowden plays the ball on. Levine is still out of the play on the ground. This is Ian Ferguson, showing a lot of confidence in possession. Berry on the right. Headed away, reaches Derek Ferguson. That's for Snowden. Levine is still on the ground inside the Hearts half. Headed away there by McPherson, reaches Miller. That's Baird, back to Berry. Still the pressure is on. Ball reaches John Miller. Was that handball? No, says the referee. It was played against Dale Gordon's left arm. Certainly didn't appear to be deliberate in any way. Well, Levine is back on his feet, but he doesn't look at all happy, limping heavily at the back. And downpour has now turned to sleet and snow. Here's Peter Halstra. David Robertson racing forward on the left. Reaches Haitley. Again an appeal as the ball is played against the body of Levine. So there was the ball played in by David Robertson, half stopped in the way. There was Haitley playing that against Craig Levine, no question of that being a penalty. And Rangers have made a substitution. On comes Ian Durrant to replace Peter Halstra. Here's Dave McPherson, 10 minutes of the match remaining. Time for one of these sides to win the match. And that will have an immense bearing on the league championship. With Durrant. Now McPherson well forward on the right. It's back with Gary Stevens. McCoy's layoff, that's Gordon. And very well read indeed by Alan McLaren, who abandoned his marking duties on Mark Haitley to come across there. One for John Robertson to chase, but he has been very carefully policed all afternoon by the Rangers defence. That's Miller. McLaren. Ian Ferguson. Derek Ferguson asked to do a great deal there. Challenging Durrant. Here's Mark Haitley. McCoy sees it clear on the right. Still Haitley looking for McCoy. Berry was in the way. And a very good recovery tackle by John Miller on Ferguson, and another good tackle, this time by Ian Ferguson. All Hearts battling as though their lives depended upon it. And in league championship terms, it does. Here's Ian Ferguson. Good goes towards Trevor Stephen. Good defending again by Hearts. Not much on there, but the clearance from Ferguson. This is Stevens. John Brown had called for that. To the middle it goes for McCoy, but Henry Smith is smartly off his line. So no joy at the death there for McCoy. The referee checking his watch as Rangers try to come forward again, but there is no more injury time. The match is over with honours even, and great credit goes to Hearts for the way in which they fought throughout that second half to overcome the goal scored by McCoist in 24 minutes, and they got the reward in 62 minutes when Ian Baird went diving in to cash in on the head flick from Craig Levine after the corner kick by Derek Ferguson. Hearts deserving something for their massive effort in the second half to cling to Rangers in the league championship. At the end of the day, in miserable conditions, McCoy, the Rangers captain, goes off, having scored the goal which might have won the game for Rangers. Ian Baird equalised. It's Hearts 1, Rangers 1.
Was your team selection today geared in any way with next Wednesday in mind?
Well, we lose Ian Ferguson through suspension for Wednesday's game, and I felt that both our other Scottish midfield players, Ian Durrant and Stuart McCall, would take a little chance if we played them and got them injured. That would have meant we've lost 2 Scottish players out of the midfield, so I couldn't really afford to do that. So in that respect, yes, I had to take that into account today.
So will McCall and Goff be all right for Wednesday?
Stuart McCall's okay. He would have played today if it hadn't have been the reason that I mentioned to you there. Richard Goff's been doing a bit of training at Ibrox on his own the last couple of days, and if there's no reaction to that, he'll be fit, and I'm hopeful that we will get him.
You brought in Gary Stevens, and Trevor Stevens came back. Is there a prospect of them featuring on Wednesday as one of your foreign players, or both of them?
Well, I'll have to have a word with the lads. It's maybe asking a bit much of each of them, because Gary's been out for 6 months and it's only his second first team game back. Trevor's only played a handful of games for us. He's been worse because he's been in and out the team and he's never had a run of games. So I'll have to have a word with them, and we'll see how they are. Is
there a possible opportunity here for some of the younger squad members?
Yes, it looks as though, depending on circumstances, that we'll have to bring in maybe one of our younger boys, David Hagan, Neil Murray, Gary McSwegan, Sandy Robertson, will possibly be involved.
Now, after beating Leeds, there has been this thought around that people are predicting Rangers can win the European Cup. How do you feel about that?
Well, last year we were knocked out in the early rounds at Sparta Prague, and we were down, I'm told we were down in the bottom league of European football, that Scottish football was rubbish and this and that. And then we beat Leeds and people turn around and say you're one of the favourites to win the European Cup. I prefer to take a middle ground in both cases. I don't think Scottish football's as bad as a lot of people make out, and yeah, I don't think that we're in a situation where we can rightfully say that we would go and win the European Cup. We have an opportunity now, and I think we have a chance on Wednesday with having Marseille in a home game, but they would be the team that you would look as favourites to qualify from the section. So we've got possibly the most difficult team to play first of all, but if we can get a result there and start off well with this game and the other game against CSKA Moscow, then we might end up in a good position around Christmas time. But I mean, the standard there, the margin of error in each of the games will be tight. So we look forward to the games and we're optimistic, but I think it's going over the top to say that we're one of the favourites to win the European Cup.
Well, we certainly hope you do very well, and the best of luck for Wednesday, Walter. Thanks very much.
Thank you, John.